Hello, all-nighters. Welcome to another episode of Pulling an All-Nighter podcast. Today, we are going to talk all things scammers, unclean hearts, people just stealing your stuff, and don't get sacked from work when you're not even at work. Enjoy. Thieves and scammers is what it's about today. You lot without a clean heart. Yeah, you lot. It's about you.
Okay, let's start with the MasterChef. You know I love MasterChef, right?
That is like one of your top five favorite shows. You
Right?
have loved MasterChef down.
Honestly.
And
And Delano, but then it gets me in trouble because whenever we go out, Delano's like, so what's this on the menu?
I know what
I don't
it
know. I've watched 5,000 episodes of MasterChef, but I don't know what this salmon on croûte is.
is. Tell me the notes and what's the ingredients. I don't know.
So, as we all know, or some of you might have heard about the whole Greg Wallace and John Torode thing, and how, well, it all started with Greg Wallace, didn't it? It all started with Greg Wallace, where it was just like the allegations of inappropriate behavior.
Yeah, inappropriate behavior, inappropriate language, just making people feel uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
The room, read the atmosphere. People don't like you, the way that you talk to people, the language. There was just a lot of allegations that had been made against him over a really long period of time. And these are like celebrities as well. So it's not just me and you making these allegations. These are actual other celebrity women who have said he's made us feel uncomfortable. The BBC, being the BBC, didn't particularly take it seriously at the time, and then now it's all come out. And then he got suspended from, well, he got sacked. He didn't get suspended. He got sacked from MasterChef. But now it's more recently, and what annoys me, sorry, what really got me is then he comes out with more recently. So these allegations happened months ago, and he got sacked months ago. More recently, he's now come out with, I've got an autism diagnosis. So that is why that's why I've behaved in the way I've behaved. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You horrible human being. You horrible person. I just think you're now trying to use the fact that what autism, I don't like it when people use something, a genuine disability, to try and then minimize something that they've done that's really bad. So now he's trying to say, oh, it's because I'm autistic. No, it's not because
No,
you're autistic. It is not. It
it's
is not.
because you are an inappropriate, I don't want to use horrible language, but sex pest, basically. And you just
Yes.
use your position of power to make women feel absolutely disgusting. Like, oh, just, okay. No, I cannot believe how people use, like you said, a disorder or a disability to justify bad, inappropriate behavior. Like, I didn't even know he said that. I mean, I know
Yes,
at one point he was
it is.
already digging a hole for himself when he was just like, "Oh, that's not what I meant," or "That's not true," and blah blah blah. I
Or
guess
it's
his
not
lawyer was
about
like, "Find another angle."
I think so. And then at one point he was just like, oh, it's these middle-aged white ladies.
Yes,
Sir, pardon?
I remember that. I remember that.
Exactly. I just think so, whoever your PR people are, whoever your lawyers are, whatever, they need to stop you from making statements because the things that come out of your mouth are wild. There is no excuse. There is no nothing for what you have done, allegedly done, whatever. Stop it. It's enough. So there's him. So then there was him
Just
who
by the way,
got sacked.
he says, oh, it's just middle-aged white women. I just thought, let me
Mm.
just list the people who he's probably referring to. So he's
Go
referring
on.
to Ulrika Johnson, Kirsty Allsop, Emma Kennedy are just some of the people who've also made allegations. And also Rod Stewart's wife, Penny Lancaster, apparently he made her feel like he humiliated her. So he's trying to be all like, there's a common theme here. They're just like middle-aged kind of wealthy white women. That is not acceptable. Already, like, don't say, like, no. Whoever your victims are, don't even try and group them and be like they're all the same. They are victims. And obviously the other thing is, it seems like you have a type of people who you like to humiliate and do stuff to. So turning it back on you, mate.
That bit, you have a type and you know who to do it to, because I don't see other people complaining. It's the same type of woman, which means you have a type, you choose, you're a predator ultimately. But yeah, I just thought disgusting, sack him, whatever. Then now Mr. John
But hold on.
Torode.
But by the way, the BBC did not sack him. They have months, years of evidence from producers, from guests, from members of staff that work on there, from not just the celebrities, but regular people coming on the MasterChef show. Years and years and years of evidence of people saying he uses inappropriate behavior, he has inappropriate behavior, used inappropriate language. So there's been a catalogue of evidence, but the BBC has not acted accordingly or responded accordingly. So that needs to be dealt with. Oh, okay, good job. Yes, go on, Daddy. Go on, Daddy. Okay, here you go. Exa wants to show you something. She's trying to get my attention. She's trying to tell us something. The BBC did not respond and act appropriately. If you hear, and there's a lot of times when in any organisation, a lot of organisations, people are like, oh, it's that guy. He always acts blah, 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 blah. And everybody knows, as an employer, if you get lots and lots of people kind of whispering and saying stuff, you need to act. You need to be proactive. As an organisation as big as that, you need to be like, right, we need to make an example of him, or we need to do a proper investigation. And it doesn't have to be a public investigation. It could be, right, we're just going to investigate what these people are saying and seeing actually, is there something there? But they didn't.
So either way, he's been kicked off MasterChef. Whether they want to call that a sacking or whatever, they've kicked him off MasterChef. He's no longer on MasterChef. And then the plan was to replace him. Cool. But John Torode was going to carry on, was going to be the valiant person who was going to keep MasterChef going with a new co-host, only for man to now himself find himself in hot water for different reasons. I mean, like, these things didn't even work related. It's like, I was watching something, someone was just like, how do you get sacked when you're not even at work? This is what happened to John Torode. Man's got sacked and he wasn't even at work. For goodness sake, like, talk about a bad day. So it turns out that John Torode, when he's out partying, likes to use the N-word when he's singing along to songs. So there's video footage of him singing the N-word to, do you know the songs Ends in Paris?
What's up?
So hard to find me with Jay-Z. Find me. Well, so how does it go?
That's okay, that's all. I didn't understand your version of it.
All right, whatever. So there's video footage has emerged of Mr. Torode singing along to the songs and screaming the N-word with his chest, apparently, and singing along to it. So the video footage has been leaked. He's all, I'm really sorry. It was a bad choice of words. I shouldn't have used it. Da, 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 da. Either way, MasterChef have now said it's time to leave. And now they've been sacked from MasterChef. So MasterChef are looking. All I'm saying is, I feel like I'm more than qualified to fill the role.
I'm more than qualified, guys.
I feel like
I watched every episode. Hold on, guys. Like you said, I've watched every single episode of MasterChef. So I've been watching it from back in the day. I feel like I'm more than qualified, Alice. I feel like we could easily do this.
Margaret, I'm like, roll out the interviews. Roll out the interviews. Let us come and interview, because I'm more than happy to
And not
fill
just
the
that,
shoes.
the BBC would be hitting their female quota, they'd be hitting their diversity quota. Look, BBC, if you're interested in 2 hosts for MasterChef, that we're not going to say anything controversial. We are literally going to, like, we're going to really enjoy the food as well. And we'll give honest
Honestly,
feedback.
I will give honest feedback. I will taste the food. I will give you constructive criticism. Don't worry. I might not be able to tell you exactly what you should have done better because I won't know the ingredients. However, I can tell you whether it's good or not.
But hold on,
Just
in
yeah,
addition to that, we're going to bring some different flavors, bring some Caribbean flavors, bring some African flavors in there. It will be a whole continent, like it will be a whole melting pot. Bring some flavor.
a fusion of stuff. So yeah, so let's keep an eye out on MasterChef and who the new presenters are now going to be because it will not be John Torode and Craig Wallace anymore.
Hey, speaking of other scammers, tell us your scamming story.
So yeah, minding my business. Just an average day with the kids in the house doing whatever. Get a call. So, right, usually everyone gets those calls where it's just like, and then your phone does the whole suspected scam or whatever that pops up. So I don't bother answering those calls. I let it ring out, not interested. So in this one, it didn't have a suspected scam thingy on it. So I picked it up and it was
Hold
like,
on,
oh,
hold on. Did you know the number?
no, I didn't know the number. But it came up as a number. So
Okay.
with my phone, it will say suspected scam if I don't recognize the number and stuff like that. But this just came out as a number, just as a
By the
normal
way,
phone.
anyone who knows me knows if your number isn't saved in my phone, I'm not picking up. Like literally, you I don't pick up calls that I don't know. That's the first thing. And the second thing is if you do not leave me a voice note or if you do not send me a text to say, oh, Margaret, I just tried to call you, you ain't ever getting a call back because I don't pick up numbers that I don't know. So already I can tell you, I wouldn't have got whatever happened to you. It wouldn't have happened to me because I would never have returned their call or picked it up. But carry
Fair.
on.
So it's just a number. So I pick up the phone, like, oh hi, hello, and they're like, oh hello, this is Santander. Um, we've just been alerted that your card has been used at Volkswagen or something like that, a car dealership, and we suspect that it's what is it, a scam? We suspect that it's a scam that's happening with your card. So therefore we want to alert you to it. Can we go through security with you now? So I was like,
Oh, sorry. Already, I would have been like, what's the value of the amount? Because my card's in currently unoverdraft.
Margaret, and that's exactly where I was a bit like, there's no money to scam out of my account. But I still thought, you know what? Let me be cautious. Let me be mindful, as they would say. So I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay, no, that wasn't me. Okay, so let's go through security with you now. So I was just like, how do I know this is Santander? And they're like, oh, because we've got your details in front of us. And they like read out my details. And I was just like,
Hold on,
mm-hmm.
which details did they read out?
So they read out my account number and they said my name as well. So they've got my details. So I was a bit like, okay. And they're like, yeah,
Hold
so
on.
it's to
Anyone who's
secure.
watching this, for anyone who's watching this, they only have, obviously the scammers only have partial account information from you, not all of it. They are doing this with the expectation that you're going to give them the rest of the information. They do not
100%.
have it. So that's why they try and go through security to obtain the rest of the information. As you were saying, Alice.
Right. So I was already like, uh-huh. And then she was just like, oh, so can we go through? She sounded very polite, very convincing. So she was just like, oh, so can we go through the rest of security with you? And then I just thought, you know what? No, I'm not doing it. And then I just said to her, I'm Nigerian. You can't scam me. And I put the phone down. Put the phone down. Waited like about 20 minutes. and then used my work phone to call Santander directly. So I didn't use my own phone. I then used my work phone and was just like, oh hi. This is so I went through my security and whatever with Santander and called up the guy, and then some guy picked up and was just like, and I explained what happened to him, and I just went, oh yeah, so this is what happened. And he checked my bank details, just like, okay, no, nothing's happened on your account is fine. And then Shady goes to me, oh, to be fair though, you're like so far in your overdraft, they wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway. Basically telling me there's nothing to steal. I was like, sir, I know this. However, for due diligence, I just thought, let me check my account and make sure. All right. Um, ultimately, the account has barely got any money in it, but which he was very quick to tell me. But he was just like, but you did the right thing by calling. I was like, thank you. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. So I say all this to say, just be careful because the scammers, uh, they've got no days off. This is a full-time job for them. So therefore, please be mindful. And this is how old people get scammed as well. So please just check, remind your parents as well. Remind your parents, remind your grandparents. Don't be falling for these random scams and stuff like that of people phoning you up and asking for details and stuff like that. Because as much as we are all like, oh, you're not going to get me, and we put the phone down, it's easy to get caught into a conversation and give your details over, I think, especially as an elderly, older person, and you're not
Yeah.
thinking, and they catch you on days where you're literally just going about your business, and then suddenly you're like in this panic of, oh my God, something's happening to my stuff. And then you get caught in a panic and then you just give over information. Don't do it, please. As much as we might not get caught by it, please remind your parents, remind your grandparents, whoever it is, just not to fall for it. Put the phone down, don't engage, and then call back from a different number, call back on a different day, even if it's on your own number, phone back on a completely different day and just check your details, or go to the bank yourself physically, and go check to make sure that everything's all right. But yeah, I was just like, you lot are not getting me. Do you know what? Nah, nah, sir, not happening.
Well done,
So
though. I love the fact that
you
you were like, nah, mate. And also, I'm Nigerian. Like, I can see it coming from down the
fam,
street.
like not to stereotype my people, but my people have got this down. It's not gonna be me that then you're now trying to scam. Are you all right? Not today, sir. No.
Speaking of scams, but a slightly different one.
Don't fall for these scams. But go on. Why? What's your one? Go on.
My one was a work-related scam. People.
See, people have no days off. Even at work, people are double scamming. You're working and then you're scamming people. You're pulling a double shift. Are people okay? Sorry.
So, if so, if anyone remembers my post where I went to Butchies chicken shop in
Hmm.
central London, so this is related to that. So it was a regular work day, and I go into central London and I go and get lunch from Butchies. So I have to say, Miguel, thank you so much. And I'll cut the story short by just saying, Miguel, thank you so much for my lunch. So I stand outside of Butchies and I go, hi, everyone, this is my meal, really excited.
I
So,
remember that
because I
post.
have a meeting really soon after, so I went into Butchies at 1 and I had a meeting at 1:30. So I went back into the office and I had my the chips. So I bought chips and some chicken. And I
Mm.
had my chips, and then my colleague was like, right, we need to go into a meeting. So I asked my colleague, would you mind just taking my meal upstairs and putting it in the kitchen? So don't put it at my desk because I don't want lots of people to be able to smell chicken. So they put it in the kitchen. I go to my meeting, happily talking in my meeting, getting all stuff done, finish my meeting. Then I go into another meeting. Oh, so it was a full long day. But the whole time I was in my meeting, all I could think about was my Butchie's chicken. It's there, sitting
Chicken,
there waiting.
chicken.
Honestly, I
What,
was like, my
what
chicken wings.
was it that you got?
Oh, so I got 4 wings and some fries.
Okay,
Nice and
cool. Go
simple.
on. So,
So I was thinking about, oh, my fries. How am I going to eat them? Do I eat them on my desk? Do I reheat them in the microwave at work? Or do I take it home and eat it in bed when the kids are asleep? This all was going through my head throughout my meeting. So many options of how I'm going to eat my Butchie's chicken. Okay, cool. So I go upstairs after my meeting and I go into the kitchen and I look around. I do not see my chicken bag. By the way, you cannot miss this chicken bag. It's bright red with Butchies on it. Butchies chicken. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm looking around my chicken. I can't see it. I look in the fridge. There's no chicken bag. I look at my desk. There's no chicken bag there. I'm like, where did my colleague leave the chicken? I thought they'd leave it in the next to the fridge on the table. So I shout at my colleague, do you know where my colleague put the chicken? And he was like, oh, she put it in the kitchen. I was like, it's not here. So he comes over and he's looking in the kitchen for me. And then he looks in the bin. My chicken.
Don't throw your food in the bin.
Oh, no. They didn't throw my food in the bin. They ate my 4 pieces of chicken wings. They finished off my chips and then threw the packaging in the mofo bin.
What?
Alice, someone ate my chicken wings, ate my chips, what was left of it, scrumpled the wrapper and put it. They didn't even hide it in the bin. They didn't even push it. You know, when you're living at home and you try and hide that stuff in the bin. They didn't. They just put it at the top of the bin. This is at work, a professional environment. Somebody ate my leftover food. Alice, I was flabbergasted. I was in shock. I said to my colleague,
Hold on a minute. Wait, I'm confused. Was the bag closed? So someone came into that kitchen and seeing a bag that didn't belong to them, that was closed, I'm guessing, and they opened it with their big thieving hands and ate it with their big old mouth.
With their big old mouth, and they enjoyed it too, because there was just bones in the bin. I could see the bones.
No. What? At work?
At work.
This is what they're doing at work.
I could not believe it. Alice, I could not believe it. So I turned to my colleague and I said, did you eat it?
Everyone's a suspect. Everyone's a suspect now.
Everyone is a suspect. He was like, no, I didn't eat the chicken. I was with you most of the time. He then had to justify where he was. I was like, yes, good. Can you believe this? So, like we said, thieves, scammers are everywhere.
Wait. So, do you know who ate it now? Do you know who ate it?
So, Delano said I should send an email out. But on our floor, there's a lot of people. We're talking 100 odd plus people on one floor. It could be anybody. Whoever ate it right now, it was like, they didn't watch me put it down, but they would have been like eating the chicken, just having the best time of their lives. My thing is, how did the person not think I was going to catch the meat in the chicken? Let's start with that. I mean, they must have taken it and found somewhere to eat it.
Do you know what? I'm so shocked because I just think, how is it that you didn't buy this food? You didn't buy it. There wasn't a note saying help yourselves, because sometimes in offices it's that thing of, oh, help yourself. There wasn't a note saying help yourself. It's a closed bag. There was nothing to indicate that this is free food and free chicken for people.
But not just that. Let's say you mistakenly think it's free food and free chicken. You open the bag and half of the chips are eaten. But you continue to eat someone's leftover chips and chicken. Mad. It is absolutely mad. So Delano said I should send an all-staff email saying, if you do not return my chicken in 3 days, I am going to release security video footage of the kitchen.
Is there security footage of the kitchen?
There's no security footage in the kitchen.
You're like, I'm going to your bluff. I'm gonna call your bluff. I believe that.
Can you imagine?
Building. What are people doing?
I can't believe it.
Ghetto. That is so ghetto. You mean to tell me that you can't leave your food on the side because someone random is just gonna come and take your food? That means they must be this cannot be their first time. This cannot be their first time. It can't be. Because you're telling me the first time is when you see my Butchies chicken on the table. No.
But hold on. Delano then said, I've had a few people say to me, number one, that person was obviously very hungry. So they were obviously praying for some chicken or some food. And they said, Jesus is Lord. He's answered prayer.
They went to church and did testimony that day. They were like, testimony time. Who's got testimony? Me. I was hungry. And God, you delivered the chicken. That was their testimony. Yeah, that's actually mad.
And then somebody else said, how do you know that everybody in your work environment has got money to have lunch? Delano was like, and then Delano was also like, this is normal in workplaces. I was like,
Not normal
that's
places.
not normal. He was like, he's got in his workplace, people leave their lunch in the fridge and people eat their lunch, other people's lunch, out of their Tupperware. Imagine you make your lunch in your Tupperware, you like spruce up your salad, put some avocado, some chili flakes, some pepper, and you put your salad in the fridge in your own Tupperware. And then you come back at lunchtime.
No.
See?
What? Those people have zero fear. You're not scared of nothing. You walk around with no fear of anything. Because how is it that you're happy? You will go and eat other people's food from the kitchen. You're not scared of anything. You walk around with just because how? How are you not even? You're not scared of getting caught. You're not scared of like being exposed. You're not scared of like what that person probably put in their food or whatever. You've got zero. You walk around this land, this good earth that God has created, fearless. I pray that you fear God because you fear nothing else. 'Cause what is this? And I'm so confused. I'm genuinely confused.
Confused. So till this day, there is somebody in my office who has eaten my chicken and is there just enjoying it and had the best time. And I never tasted my Butchies chicken. I never tasted my chicken. Just saying. So everybody on Instagram who saw me do that upload, I never tasted my chicken. Somebody else ate it.
Like Butchies, the only person who knows is the person who ate it and stole it. Other because Margaret certainly didn't eat it. Miguel, I beg, please hook us up with some Butchies chicken. What is this? People, tell us what you think. What you would do if this happened to you. If someone had eaten your work, I don't know what I genuinely don't know what I'd do, honestly. And I don't know if I'd send an email out either. I'm not too sure. I'd be fuming, but I wouldn't send an email out. I'd just cuss everyone out. I'd just be constantly angry. But yeah, tell us what you would do. And also tell us if this is normal. This is not normal in a workplace. This cannot be normal. And if it is normal, I have even less faith in the humankind. Because what is this? How are we just eating people's food out of the fridge? At work? Out of their Tupperware? Mad. Madder. No.
This episode is brought to you by Butchies Chicken. Fuck's sake.